featuring Rachael Ray, was pulled from the web due to objections from conservative bloggers. One of the main objectors was Michelle Malkin, who is a four-time author, a regular Fox News commentator, and an extremely outspoken conservative blogger. Other bloggers saw what she was writing about this commercial, and tons of comments started coming in, and tons of people started blogging, so it became a huge issue and a huge controversy. Malkin claimed that Rachael Ray in this commercial was wearing a keffiyeh. And what this is, according to the New England Cable News, is the traditional headdress worn by Arab men. Therefore, many terrorists and jihadists wear scarves like the one that Ray was wearing in this commercial. So, conservatives were claiming that she was supporting terrorism by wearing this scarf in this commercial. Here's the scarf that she was wearing. Today, I am here to represent Rachael Ray as her public relations representative, and I'm going to defend her and clear the issues on this controversy. How many of you have ever been in a situation where there's been a misunderstanding? I have too. Maybe you said something in a tone and people mistook it, or you did something and people totally misinterpreted what you meant by your actions. Misunderstandings happen all the time, and they're inevitable. And out of misunderstandings come controversy and conflict, and a misunderstanding is exactly what happened with Rachael Ray in this commercial. Bloggers claimed that the scarf that Ray was wearing in this online commercial was a symbol of terrorism and that it showed support for jihad. This statement is completely false. Rachael Ray was not wearing a scarf in order to support terrorism. It was simply a scarf that was picked out to go with her outfit. Her stylist picked it for her. She did not choose to wear this scarf herself. Let me repeat that. She didn't choose to wear this scarf herself. She simply put on what her stylist, who she trusts, told her to wear. And scarves like these are sold in many stores, such as Target and Urban Outfitters. Here's a couple examples. You can find them on the internet, you can find them everywhere in stores. Now, not only can you find these in stores, and celebrities are wearing them, but other people are wearing them as well. You can find people wearing them almost daily. Here's some examples. In this commercial, Rachael Ray was not wearing a scarf in support of terrorism. She was simply wearing a scarf that was chosen by her stylist for her to wear. And it was picked out because it's a popular fashion item. But for those of you who still aren't convinced that Rachael Ray is not a supporter of terrorism, let's look at who she is and what she's about. Rachael Ray is what some might term an American sweetheart. She's from the South, she loves to cook, and she has a desire to help people. She has a 2-time Emmy-winning talk show, a successful magazine, is the creator of the 30-Minute Meal, appears on the Food Network frequently, and has started a nonprofit organization called Yellow. All of these things she has done, and she has made herself a part of American culture. Most people know who Rachael Ray is. They will recognize her show, or her name, or her face, or her logo. She's all over in America. She has become an integral part of American culture. So, how could someone who has spent her life and her work becoming a part of American culture have a hate for America? The answer is that she can't. So let's take a look specifically at Yellow, which is her nonprofit organization, and that is a perfect example of who she is and what she represents and her desire to help people. According to the Yellow website, Yellow is a nonprofit organization that empowers kids and their families to develop healthy relationships with cooking and food. And they do this by teaching families to cook, feeding hungry kids, and by empowering families, and also by giving cooking education and also scholarships. Rachael Ray desires to see children learning to eat healthy, to see hungry children being fed, and to see families spending time together over cooking meals and over eating meals. Once again, this is not the type of person who would support terrorism or jihad or the manslaughter. Everything that Rachael Ray has done and devoted her work to is about helping people. She has a desire to see better for America. In her talk show, she addresses current issues that are relevant, and in her food show, she has an emphasis on the 30-minute meal, which helps mothers and even fathers prepare nutritious meals for their families in a short amount of time, so that they can still be eating healthy, but they have time to spend together. If you asked Rachael Ray, she would share with you, as she did on her website, that she believes cooking shows children what they can accomplish with hard work, and it allows them to feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. Rachael Ray desires to empower children. She desires to empower families, and she desires to empower America in all that she does. Does this sound like a perfect person who would purposely wear a scarf that showed terrorist support? Does this look like a person who would purposely support terrorism? It doesn't to me. Dunkin' Donuts had the right to pull the commercial. It's their reputation that was on the line, and they have to do what they have to do. However, this does not mean that Rachael Ray is at fault for the controversy. The offensiveness was not her fault. She was simply wearing a popular accessory that was given to her by her stylist. And it's a popular accessory that many other people wear. If we take just a minute to look at who Rachael Ray is and what she stands for, it is obvious that she was not trying to represent terrorism in this commercial. This commercial was meant to represent and sell coffee. That's all. Conservative bloggers mistook what Ray was wearing as terrorist sympathy. This misunderstanding is not Rachael Ray's fault. She is not a terrorist or a jihadist or someone who supports either of those. Don't be confused. Rachael Ray is a fun-loving woman whose entire life has been dedicated to helping people, not hurting people.